After months of anticipation, the Pentagon poured cold water over the thought that we might not be alone. The new Pentagon report claims there is no evidence the U.S. government has ever encountered alien life and says most reported UFOs are actually misidentified ordinary objects. But journalists and experts who have spent their lives researching the subject say that's a lie. Let's bring in NewsNation senior national correspondent Brian Entin, who is live. And Brian, you now have the transcript of this meeting, the AARO report. About this report, NewsNation kept out of that meeting. What new have you learned?
Yeah, Nichole, AARO, that is the part of the Pentagon that now investigates these UFOs. So they released a report, you remember, at the end of last week saying that there's no secret UFO program. But they also had this meeting with members of the media where they answered questions and went even further. Legacy media, Washington Post, CNN, they were let in for some reason. They would not let NewsNation into this meeting. So we weren't able to be there and know what was said. I did finally just get the transcript, though, which is very, very interesting. Obviously, in it, they continue to say, look, there's no secret crash retrieval program. We did this very, very in-depth investigation. But there was something new in this transcript that I hadn't heard about yet. They talk about something called the gremlin system. This is a new system, according to AARO, that they now have. The director called it a deployable surveillance system that they've been developing for the last year, a configurable sensor suite that can be put in Pelican cases. And essentially what this is some kind of new system that the Pentagon has put together that they can actually deploy when they get reports about a UFO or something unidentified. They say they can send this system out very, very quickly. It has sensors on it where they can gather information about whatever has been found that's unidentified, whether it's in the air, whether it's in space, or even underwater. So that's something new that we're going to have to keep an eye on, Nichole.
You know, and Brian, regardless of what you believe, I don't know that it's really a surprise that AARO says they found no evidence of a secret UFO program, but there are already insiders who are pushing back.
Yeah, there are, of course, because there's a lot of people in this space who believe that even high levels of the government don't know about this secret program. So it makes sense to them that AARO, this part of the Pentagon, would not have been able to find out the information. And they are pushing back. In fact, there's one man who says he gave information to AARO. You're going to hear from him coming up in the next hour. And there's others questioning, like, how in-depth was this report really? It didn't take that long for them to put together. And again, in this new transcript we got, they were pressed about, well, how many people worked on the report? From what departments did they come from? How many months were you investigating? And they wouldn't answer any of those specific questions, which leaves some people skeptical about really how much work went into all of this.
Yeah, and also again, they wouldn't let us into that meeting. So Brian, obviously we're always looking forward, looking ahead. What happens next? Is the government going to continue to investigate, or is this possibly it?
Well, AARO says they will continue to investigate. They say that they get more than 100 cases every single month from different branches of the military and from civilians, too, about things that they've seen that they go out and investigate to determine whether or not they are, in fact, UFOs. So they say they're going to stay on it. And then you've still got whistleblowers behind the scenes. I mean, we know about whistleblowers who have yet to come forward, but still have plans to speak out, who say, look, there is something secret going on in the government. And perhaps they're going to be even more, anxious to come forward now that this report has come out, because it's got some people very, very angry that the government was so quick to say, hey, nothing to see here.
Yeah, a lot of people do not believe that. I guess we'll just put it that way. All right, Brian, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.